I'm going to start by asking you your name.
Sure, it's Kelly Malone.
Okay, and you're a big Marilyn Monroe fan?
Yes.
How long have you been a fan?
Ooh, I would say maybe like 10 years or so. I've really been able to appreciate her.
What was it about Marilyn Monroe that made you such a big fan?
It's kind of different than most people. Obviously, she reached tremendous successes with her career, but I think she was just really a progressive role model. She was definitely someone who stood up for a lot of rights that I don't think got as much attention as people are really aware. So for instance, she was like a really moving force with racial discrimination and calling for equality amongst people of different minority and ethnic groups in our country, so they were receiving equal treatments in the entertainment industry. And she was one of the first people to advocate for those before it was popular or even a larger motion in our country.
What is it about her as a figure, as an icon, from orphan to an icon, that no one else seems to have? There were like millions of blondes who came marching through Hollywood through the years, and there was one Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, and that really is the question, and I'm trying to figure that out as well, because it's just someone who, I think she just stayed really true to herself. And like she had this persona, and she changed her appearance and even her name. But I think to the core, she kind of just stayed who she was. I think what's different between her and other similar people is I think they're going for a particular image, or I think images were made for her, but I think she, again, internally was who she always was.
Do you think she was a good actress?
I think she was okay. I think her skills definitely, improved. And to me, it's kind of a human part, because was she the most amazing? Maybe not. But again, very human. And in that sense, I think it was very real to see.
Which of her movies do you think were her best?
Something like It Hot sticks out. It depends. In terms of like her actual acting, I think the later movies, she obviously became a stronger actress. But the early ones also have some like truth, just because there's something about her, like I said, that human side.
Do you think that her death was an accident?
No.
What do you think happened?
I mean, there's a lot of theories that it was murder. So whether it was directly a homicide or just kind of something that was like preventing her from receiving the resources needed to become better, I think it was definitely more on the homicide aspect than suicide. Did
you come to her 50th anniversary memorial? What did you think of it?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty incredible, because you have people who never knew this person, and 50 years later, they're still sending flowers. And again, kind of going back to like her loss, I really think that she was like more like an underground political figure. Obviously she was involved in the Kennedys, and with the Kennedys, and there was just a lot of things she would say that never was really made public, but they were really avant-garde. Like, she really understood like LA was going to become this like large city and a very immigrant-heavy one, and she was very welcoming of those ideas. And other people necessarily weren't, and just kind of casted her off as this like dumb blonde. Where in reality, I think she really knew what she was talking about, but wasn't given the voice at the time to really present that. And she was more or less forced to be this like sex icon.
Do you have any idea how long this is going to go on? Do you think this is going to go on through eternity?
That's a great question. That's a really great question. I think it's going to go on for a long time, because more than she really stood for something, and I think that idea is eternal. And there's going to be probably people for many years to come to respect and like live that idea.
Do you have any collection, like books or pictures?
A few books, a few memoirs. I'm an English teacher, so I like reading that stuff. Okay. So I kind of appreciate more of like her like personal, non-Hollywood side.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. We'll see you next year.
Of course, yeah, definitely. I'll be here.